copy. Hello everyone and welcome back. We moved here, it's gonna be 3 weeks tomorrow. So I feel like we're going in slow motion as far as progress. It's one of those things that you expect the work, the amount of work. But at the same time, things turn into something bigger than you thought. For example, we knew that we have very fertile soil, yet when they burned the trees, a lot of clay starting to show up, and now it's a muddy mess. And I don't know, it's just one of those things that you know you're gonna have to work, you know you have to level. For example, the clay thing. You know you're gonna have to level things, you're gonna have to run the machine, you're gonna have to do a lot of things, but when you add clay to that, then it makes it so much harder. Everything is wet, it's been raining non-stop, and well, it stopped now, but you know, 70% of the day it's been raining, and then it stops for a little bit. You come in the woods and you got water from the leaves, so everything is soaking wet and everything is muddy. Recently what we did is created a couple of paths with something that was given to us. It seems like it's a layer of something, kind of a rubber layer of something. The clay is everywhere. We kind of even the surface as much as we could between the yurt and the trailer, but it's just with the machines and everything, it's just a muddy mess. And so I put some grass seed that I'm hoping it's gonna take. I don't know how, with the amount of clay that there is. We put down those paths so we can walk on top of them. When we're not wearing boots, so we don't get muddy. I mean, the clay has been an issue, or made our work that we knew we had to do so much harder. We've also been working on the garden. So as soon as we got here, everyone started telling me how nothing survives unless you have a good fence. And for those of you who have fences and that you put yourself, and either for animals, or it's expensive if you do it in a large scale. So we've been covering the plants right now because they're not that tall. We're gonna have to MacGyver something while we build a fence. But the problem is that our garden is not gonna be there forever. The idea is we're gonna remove those stumps. So since that's not gonna be where we're going to keep the garden long term, we can't put permanent fencing, and we bought some fencing and it ended up not being enough, and then realizing that buying the rest was gonna be way too expensive for something permanent, not permanent I mean. And so that has been a challenge. We've been working in some tiny garden beds. My son has been building them. They're so short, I mean, they're barely there. The idea is that I dig into the earth and basically use that, but in case I cannot put up fence, I can still put some hoops around and cover it with some kind of cheaper netting so the deers cannot eat it. Right now they haven't been around, but I am thinking it's because there's a movement sensor kind of light in that it kind of I don't know, they said that sometimes that deter them because they're trying to be sneaky and then the light turns on them, and so I don't know if that's it. The dogs have been around, which means that, you know, their scent is around, so I haven't had any casualties yet. I would cross my finger, but it's kind of hard. But you know, I'll still be working on the gardens, and this weekend I'm gonna try to find a way to get some PVC. I'm trying to find a way to build the hoops in a way that I can use the wood for those tiny beds that we made. It's just the fact that I wanted to create that frame so I can attach something. I'm afraid he's gonna throw the camera. So that we can attach something to the frame, not because we needed a frame, but because I want to cover them eventually, just in case. And of course, we all need to see your booty. Move over there and see. So anyways, what I'm trying to say is that we've encountered some challenges that I didn't expect, yet we're working around them and we're trying to find solutions, but it's making everything so much, it's taking everything so much time that we didn't plan on that. So I am finding myself doing and redoing some of the same jobs just to add an extra layer of protection for, you know, the deer at night, and kind of have to put those paths so we could walk and not be buried in clay every single time that we walk from the yard to the trailer. I guess all I'm trying to say is that there's a lot of things that you can plan for, and there's so many things that are going to come up that you didn't plan on. And I guess that's everything in life. But when you have a timeline and you have something that you want to achieve in a certain amount of time, it kind of is discouraging, or you know, you feel like you work all day and you don't see the changes. So I've been taking pictures to remind myself how things looked and how they're looking day by day and how they're changing. And I guess that's all I'm trying to do. Today it seems like it's gonna be another rainy day, but they call it peaceful rain, you know, so I'm gonna have to work in the rain. But that's okay. I just wanted to show you a few things that we've been doing. Keep up to date with some things that we're planning to do. And I guess I'll talk to you guys soon. You're being a good girl. What do you mean? You're staying with Mama. Yes, I love you. Yes, I love you. Okay, you love me too. Makes sense. We love each other. Yes, I know. You don't have to be a baby about it. Be a good boy, not a bad boy. You're sorry, but sorry doesn't cut it when you're not listening.